Hi everyone. My name is Oren Jay Sofer. I'm speaking to you from Richmond, California, outside of San Francisco, on behalf of the Insight Meditation Society, all the way over on the other side of the country in Barre, Massachusetts. So as we continue to go through these troubling and in some ways frightening times, I wanted to share a compassion meditation. Compassion is a often misunderstood quality. We can confuse compassion with grief, with feeling sorrow and becoming overwhelmed with suffering. So compassion is actually a very strong state in the heart. Compassion is the capacity to care. It's the willingness of our heart to turn towards pain, suffering, and challenge, and to be with it with that possibility of helping. So compassion opens to the truth of suffering and says, can I help? What's needed now? So it has both of these aspects. Compassion has the receptive quality. It's called the quivering of the heart in response to suffering. So this means that to feel compassion, we need to actually open our awareness and our heart to the truth of the suffering and pain that either we are experiencing, that our loved ones are experiencing, or that those in our community and beyond are experiencing. It means we have to notice it. And then in response, the heart starts to feel. Now, if we stop there, it's very possible and common that we sink, we get overwhelmed or flooded with the immensity of the pain or the fear and all of the reactions that come in relation to that. So compassion also needs to be balanced by equanimity. Now, equanimity is the wisdom of perspective. It recognizes that things in the world follow their own course and that we each need to choose how we respond, and that it's based on those choices we make moment to moment what will unfold in the future, both individually and collectively. So equanimity understands that there's only so much we can do, and there is so much that we can do. So the other side of compassion is that readiness to help. It's being there with a friend and saying, hey, what do you need? I'm here for you. That's the active part of compassion. And when we engage that part that's willing and ready to respond, that brings some pleasure into the mind because we're connected with the possibility of alleviating the suffering, of actually soothing it. So let's do some meditation together. So if you're not already, I invite you to find a comfortable posture, sitting, standing, reclining, whatever supports your body to feel at ease and also awake, alert. You have some energy. I invite you to start by doing whatever helps you to settle in and arrive. You might take a few slow, deep breaths. Maybe roll your shoulders or your neck. And for the moment, see if you can set an intention to put down, to put aside everything that's been happening. Thoughts of the last week, of the news, thoughts of the future and the uncertainty. And just bringing all of your heart's attention to being right here with your own body and your own breath. And see if you can feel the weight of your body. Sensing its heaviness, the places where your body touches the ground. And the feeling of weight, this downward force of gravity. Sometimes I like to think about the image of a smooth stone sinking down through a clear pool of water and coming to rest on the sandy floor of that pond. And in the same way, just letting your attention sink and settle down and into your body, all the way down until you feel the place where your body rests on the earth. Just inclining your attention inward to that sense of stability through the contact and pressure with the ground. And as you sit quietly, you might notice the rhythm of your breathing. See if you can let it be natural, light and easy. And giving all of your attention now to the sensations of your breathing, like listening to the waves of the ocean at the beach, or like watching an infant sleep, their chest rising and falling. And just tuning into that gentle, steady rhythm of your body's life energy, coming, filling you, and then going, releasing. As your attention starts to gather right here in the present moment with your body, with your breathing, if you haven't already, you can close your eyes or gaze down at the ground in front of you, and just letting the visual field be soft and unfocused. And then I invite you to bring to mind someone or something that's very easy to feel compassion for. A young child lost in the supermarket, a puppy or kitten that maybe has hurt its paw. And seeing the vulnerability of that child or creature, and feeling this energy of care. Feeling the resonance with the pain, and then the willingness, the readiness to be right there and help. And if it helps, you might use a simple word or phrase like compassion or tenderness, caring. And just dropping that word in to your mind. And attuning your heart to that intention to be present and care for the pain and suffering of another. So first we tune in to this energy, to this capacity that we have to be present with the suffering and pain in the world, and then to care for it, to be willing and ready to help and respond. Recognizing that the first response is always to just embrace, to hold, to be available. And then it's our wisdom that informs the action we might take. And then in your own time, when you're ready, go ahead and bring to mind someone in your life who could use some compassion. And try to start small, not with the person who's suffering the most. We want to build a little capacity. someone who's feeling really anxious, someone with a lot of stress or fear or loneliness. It might even be that that person is you, that you want to start by offering some compassion to yourself. And whether the suffering is located in you or in someone else, the compassion begins with the willingness to acknowledge it, to be present with the truth. This is hard. This hurts. And so turning towards it, making space in the heart, and then inviting this capacity to be present, to hold the pain with tenderness. And then bringing forth the wish, this deep intention, may this pain be eased. May this suffering be released. Allowing your heart to feel, allowing your heart to care and to wish well. May you be free from this suffering. May this pain be released, be eased. There is incredible power in the strength of that intention and wish. It's a power that protects our own heart from despair and fear and overwhelm, and a power that connects us to one another in the vulnerability and uncertainty of being alive. So let's continue to practice this way, first just with one person or being, ourself or another, cultivating this wish, this deep intention, one moment, one phrase at a time. May you be free from this suffering. May this pain, this hurt be released. May it be eased. You can find your own words to express the genuine care and compassion in your heart. May you be free from this suffering. May this fear and anxiety be eased. May it be released. Aligning your heart with the energy of compassion, of care and tenderness. May you be free from this suffering. May you find tenderness and space with this hurt. And as that quality strengthens, as it comes into focus even a little bit more, if you like, I invite you to begin to send it outwards to those in your family, in your community, to those all across the land, over the seas, around the globe. May all beings be free from suffering. May all fear all pain be eased and released. Connecting with this deep and sincere wish, just one moment at a time. May all suffering be released. May all fear and pain be soothed. May all those who are alone feel comforted. May all those in pain find strength and courage. And taking a few more moments to repeat those phrases or your own genuine words to express this wish, this energy of care and compassion. And if you start to feel overwhelmed or full of sorrow, taking a step back inside, recalling the perspective of wisdom and impermanence. Everything changes. We're all doing the best we can. And we each have our part to play as things unfold. The future is not yet written. It depends on the choices we each make right here and now. And this energy of compassion can give us the courage and the strength and the care to show up for ourselves and each other again and again during this time. And so as our meditation comes to a close, bringing that energy back into your own heart, letting it nourish you. May I be free from pain and suffering. May all fear and anxiety be soothed and released. May I have the energy, the strength, and the wisdom to play my part, however small or large it appears. May all beings be free from suffering. Thank you so much for showing up, for your practice, for your willingness to be present and to feel during these times. This is what we're living through is a time when each of us who has any kind of spiritual practice, contemplative path, or faith are really called to step into the fullness of our strength, of our values. This is what we've been practicing for. That's why it's called practice. It's for the real thing, for life. And so this practice of compassion aligns us with that value, that energy of care, and the willingness to respond. And then we look and see what's needed. what's needed in your immediate surroundings. Is there a neighbor who needs help, who you can go food shopping for? Is there a family member who needs someone to listen to or to talk to? Is it your own heart that needs some comfort, some space, some downtime? The more each of us can be present and can embody this willingness to be with the truth, the more we start to spread that capacity for stability, for clarity, for wisdom in widening circles. So I wish you all the best during these times. IMS will continue having Sharon or myself or someone else here each day during this pandemic and crisis. And look forward to hopefully seeing you again. Take care out there.